When I was 13, I went into year 8. I got with my boyfriend who I was with for 3 years. Even though I was 13, I didn't feel 13. I felt really mature and I felt much older. It was exciting because obviously I was young and he was taking me out and we was going to cinema all the time, and he had money and he bought me things, and like he stayed around sometimes, and it was all new and exciting. At first, he treated me like a princess, and then after a couple months things started changing, and then when I moved from my foster home to here, that's when he started becoming abusive. I remember the first time he raised his hand to me when I was about 13. My heart started racing and I was full of shock. I went into a panic attack and started screaming and crying. It was a shock to me. He started calling me names and but it wasn't even like names like normal things. It's things that messed with my head, things that made me feel like no one cared about me, no one loved me, no one liked me. Because of the things he said, I felt like I was on my own, really. I was scared to actually break up with him. I thought that no one else would want me. I thought that he's the only one that would want me, so I stayed with him for that. As our relationship carried on, I matured with every aggressive move and began to get used to it, and suddenly it was normal to me. I knew if I pushed his buttons in any way, I knew how he would react. As he started doing it more and more, kind of got used to it. It felt normal. It wasn't any shock to me at all. Like when he hit me or he smashed my head against the wall or grips me up, it was normal to me. As soon as I moved in here, he moved with me. So he knew that he had me like 24/7, so he knew that he can control me. I wasn't allowed out of the house. I wasn't allowed to go to my friends because he was scared I was going on Facebook and chatting to boys. I wasn't even allowed to walk to the shop by myself because he thought I'd go and meet boys. Anywhere I went, I would have to be with him. He kept telling me that I was ugly and no one's going to want me. And plus, I wasn't eating, so I was getting skinnier and skinnier and I was losing weight. So every time I looked at myself, I just felt physically sick. I was so used to him that it would be weird to be without him, and I didn't think that I could live without him because I was with him for so long. In summer, he broke up with me, then he accused me of cheating and he got with another girl, and then he moved in with her. I remember when I found out about the girl, I just smashed a picture and I just started cutting up all my arms, and he started crying and he was like, stop it. But then he walked out the house and he went and met her. That kind of made me feel like, whoa, like he really doesn't care about me anymore. I was on my knees begging him and I was crying and I was cutting myself and I was trying to kill myself, and I wouldn't sleep alone because I was scared. I had to have someone sleep with me every night because I was actually scared I was going to kill myself. And I tried to kill myself about, I don't even know how many times, a lot of times. And then he still kept coming around here and I kept begging him back and he wouldn't listen. So then after that, after a little while, I had to leave it because what was I meant to do? I knew what was wrong and right, and I know what's wrong and right, so that's why I had to leave. And I wasn't scared anymore. I got to a point where I didn't care anymore. You should never be blinded by love, and no matter how much you're in love or you like someone, you should never let that person disrespect you or treat you in a way that you don't feel you should be treated.